The BELA Bill and all you need to know about it. This is the Basic Education Laws Amendment Bill. So this is the legislation that is aimed at updating and amending the South African Schools Act of 1996 and the Employment Educators Act of 1998. It addresses the various challenges that improve quality and management of basic education in South Africa. The key aspects of the bill is that it makes grade R compulsory, yes, compulsory for all children. It governs the homeschool regulations, language policies, school governance, and etc. etc. So the reason for this video is that this bill is currently it's been processed for approval. They haven't approved it yet. So this is as of 6th August 2025 when this draft was made and submitted, and the draft number is 53119. And I'll be reading the page 17 of this bill. So under point number 17, which is the admission of undocumented learners. So this is the part that addresses children of foreign nationals that are illegal in the country, that are not documented, those that don't have passports, IDs, whatever the case may be. But whoever falls under the classification of undocumented learners, that would be those of illegal immigrants. Then the point 1 says the right to basic education extends to everyone within the boundaries of South Africa, regardless of their nationality and immigration status. So this is in favor of illegal immigrants and undocumented immigrants' children, that they have the right to education. Then the point number 2 under the 17 says learners without valid documentation are equally entitled to admission to public schools as documented learners, provided that their parents submit within the time frames contemplated in Regulation 13 their admission applications in the ordinary course, together with all the required documents that are available to them, or a sworn affidavit explaining why they are unable to provide such a document. So this means that even if your child doesn't have any form of documentation, say like an ID or passport, you can simply go to a police station and get an affidavit to say, this is the reason why I don't have an ID for my child. Basically, that's it. Then secondly, point number 3, the principal of a public school must within 7 working days of admission report to the HOD and the designated education district official any instance where a learner is admitted without a valid documentation. So what does this tell us? It means that the principal has to account for how many undocumented learners are in his or her school within 7 days of admission. So which means that the issue of undocumented learners is not abstract. It means that the HODs are aware of how many learners are in each and every school within the Republic of South Africa. And then point number 4, the HOD or a person duly authorized by him or her must, while the undocumented learner receives education, point number 1A, hold the parents of such learner accountable for acquiring a birth certificate for such a learner, or B, offer such a parent assistance, which may include liaising with the nearest office of the Department of Home Affairs for assistance to ensure that an undocumented learner is admitted to a public school, to ensure that the admitted learner in a public school is documented. So this means that in the event that an illegal immigrant or a foreign national is unable to provide, say for example, the parents are documented, but they are unable to provide documentation for their child, the HOD, right, is responsible and authorized, right, to follow up with the parents to ensure that they get it. If they don't, they can write to the Home Affairs Department on their behalf to ensure that the child gets proper documentation. But now it does not state what kind of documentation is this. Is this a permit? Is this a birth certificate? The classification has not been given yet. But in this case, I suppose it should be a birth certificate, because if you are undocumented, it means that you don't have like a passport. So that means that there is no form of identification that can describe you as an individual. So that cannot be a permit as per se, or a study permit. So the HOD obviously cannot write to the Home Affairs to issue a study permit. That is an application that has to be done by the parent. But the HOD is obligated by the job description to follow up with the Home Affairs Department, to liaise with them and follow up to ensure that the learner gets the documentation, which in this case applies to or implies a birth certificate. Okay, that is it. And then we go on page 3 of this same bill, which is number 53119, the draft that was sent on the 6th of August 2025. That is on general notices. So it reads, Department of Education Notice 3415 of 2025. The South African Schools Act 1996, Admission of Learners to Public School Regulations. Right. It reads, the Minister of Basic Education intends, in terms of Section 61 AB of the South African Schools Act of 1996, Act number 84 of 1996, to make the regulations set out in the schedule hereto. Now, these are the details. Any person who wishes to submit written comments on the draft regulation is hereby invited to do so within 30 days from the date of the publication hereof, by posting such a comment to the following address: Private Bag X 895, that's in Pretoria, 0001. So you can write a letter if you have got any objections or if you're in support to that. And B, by delivering such comments by hand at the following address: the Department of Basic Education, 222 Struben Street, that's in Pretoria. Or you can email such comments to the following address: admission, regz@dbe.gov.za. And these comments must be addressed to the Director, Legal Services, and marked for attention of Advent Zukile Nswanti. Comments received after the closing date will not be considered. So what does this mean? This means that anyone that is not in support of this act, to say that learners that are not documented should not be admitted in schools, should write to the Department of Education, addressed to Mr. Zukile, as per the emails that have been highlighted and the addresses given, before the 30th of August. So this is the 21st of August that we're airing this video. So which means that there is only 9 days left. Yes. So this is what you need to know, and what is required of you as per the BELA Bill for the School Regulations Act. What does this mean for foreign nationals? Well, it means that by the time people have written and submitted their objections, you cannot hold the Department of Education on anything. It means that once the people have spoken, the department is obliged to do as requested. Time and again on this platform, we have reiterated the need for documentation, the need to observe and adhere to the laws and comply by all means. Many have adhered to it. A few, those that think they are too smart for the system, have not. But here is the scenario. If you don't, eventually your kids will not have a place to study. Secondly, should any misfortune or unforeseen circumstance happen that in the event that your child is sick, they will not be able to be attended to in the public health services, because obviously that has been blocked as well. And there is critical vaccines that they need to receive for their health, immune, and obviously checkups. That obviously will not be possible because of lack of documentation and lack of compliance. So what is the future for illegal immigrants? There is no future. Either you do the right thing or you deport yourself. You can write to the Home Affairs Department. They will give you an order to leave and you can travel without documentation, and you will get to your country of origin. Secondly, as a parent, putting your child through all this is unnecessary. Even the Minister of Home Affairs has made it known time and again that if you don't have documentation, they will find you. Sooner or later, he advised that self-deportation would be ideal, or in the event that you are found and you don't have, or you are not in possession of proper documentation, a permit to make you legal in the country, they will deport you. You will be arrested, you will have a criminal record, and you will be blacklisted, delisted from the country. So that means that affects you and your future applications. Repatriation is a must, and this goes out to all the illegal immigrants and everyone that has neglected the law and taken advantage of it. Playtime is over. The reality is sinking in. It's not just activists, it's not just NGOs and social groups. This time around, legislation bodies are now adopting to the change and adhering to the core and the voices of the masses and the people of South Africa. I hope this keeps you informed. Thank you for your time and for your support to having watched this video. If you haven't subscribed yet, kindly do, as we are committed to sharing news that is not only informative, but also educating at the same time. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I appreciate you and enjoy your day.